Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Yoga with Julia Wylie. I'm Julia, and I'm happy to share with you some of my knowledge of yoga, which I've been teaching now for 27 years. Now today's session is going to be to tighten up the abs, to tone those tummies, and it's going to be tough, but it's one of those areas that a lot of people want to work on. So we're going to do some gentle warm-ups to start, and then we'll get on to the hard work. Alright, so make yourself comfortable, sit yourself down with a nice straight spine, and let's just start closing our eyes, taking a few deep breaths in and out through the nose, always making the breath the priority in our yoga, letting everything else go, letting this be your time for yourself. Drop your chin down to your chest, open your eyes and just roll the head around a couple of times, just gently warming it out, stretching out the muscles, keeping the breath nice and deep, and then roll the head the other way. Again, with awareness, with sensitivity, not going too far. And then on an inhale, bring the arms up in a big circle. Exhale, bring them down. And again, inhaling, reach. And exhale down. Now bring the right hand onto the left knee, so the opposite of what I'm doing. Other hand behind, sit up tall as you inhale. And as you exhale, press around into a twist. Looking behind you. Keep lengthening up through the crown of the head. Pressing into that twist. And release, and we'll do the other side. So the left hand on the right knee this time. Inhale as you sit up tall, and exhale, press into the twist, looking back. Just gently wringing out the spine. Breathing nice and long and deep. And release, give yourself a little bit of a shake out, and then come over to table pose. So on hands and knees, having your hands underneath the shoulders, legs are hip width apart, the spine is long, and the tummy is held in nice and firm. Try and keep it held in all the way through until the end of the class. As you inhale now, look up as you hollow out the spine, and exhale into a cat curl, so just warming up the abs. Inhale, looking up like a wolf, and exhale, cat, and we'll do that one more time. So inhale, looking up, exhale, come into that cat and bring yourself back to neutral. Now we're going to go into a plank pose. Come down, clasp your fingers together and have your elbows just about shoulder width apart, and then walk your feet back until your body's on the straight line. So you don't want your hips sticking up like that or hanging down, but bring the body all into a straight line and hold it here. We're going to dip the hips, so lower one hip to the mat, bring it up, and lower the other one. Let's go again, dipping down one side and the other. Keep it up. Hold it here, come back onto your knees, press back into child's pose, and take a break. Well done. Let the hips rest back towards the heels. You can have your hands stretched out or elbows slightly bent, whatever feels better for you. Bring yourself back up, and again, hands come down into that same clasp position. Walk yourself into the plank and then walk the feet in a little closer. So it's more like a downward facing dog now. And then bring your chin forwards, all the way over the fingers, hold it here, this is dolphin pose. And then take it back again. And coming forward, hold it. And back again. And let's do that a few more times. One more time, hold it here, lower the knees, well done, take yourself back into that child's pose and take a break. Okay, come up now, we're going to go into a different sort of plank, a side plank. So if you take your right leg back, have the left knee down and take your right arm up to the ceiling. Now if you can, take up that lower leg. So you've got one leg stacked on the other. If not, you can keep that knee down for now. Lifting up through the waist. And then look down. We're going to come slowly, with control, back to a front plank. And then to the other side. So take your right knee down. Bring the left hand up to the ceiling. And again, the option to stay here, or if possible, bring up that lower leg. So one leg stacked on the other, lifting up through the waist. Press your right hand into the mat. Reach up with your left hand looking up towards the ceiling. And then look down, come back into plank, and we'll go back to the first side. So if you can, come straight over onto the sides of your legs, otherwise you can have that knee down. And then look down, slowly come around to the front plank and take it over to the other side with control. Look back down, come into front plank, hold a moment and bring your knees down. You can have your knees a little bit apart if you like as you take yourself again down into child's pose. And relax here a moment. Well done. And then ease yourself up from that and come over to sit down. We're going to go into the boat pose. So you want to make sure you've got plenty of space behind you for leaning back, just in case you do fall over that way, which would be fine. Bring your arms up, shift your weight backwards and lift the feet off. Maybe you can get them an inch off the mat. Maybe you can get your shins parallel to the mat. Maybe you can take them higher. Hold it here. Find that balance. And then we're going to lower the legs and our back down towards the floor with control. Don't touch your legs down. And come back up again. And let's do that a few more times. So lowering with control. Bring it back up. Up here and release. Well done. Squeeze the knees in, lift the chest, take a breath. Well done. We're going to come all the way down onto our backs now. Now if you have any back problems at all, bring your hands underneath your hips here to protect it, and then take your legs up towards the ceiling. Point your toes, feet stay together, and then lower the legs down. Slowly, if you can, come right down to just a couple of inches off the mat and take the legs back up again. So let's do that again. Lowering, hold, and bring it up. And keep going. Just at your own pace, taking it gently down and up again. tummy nice and firm. You don't have to go down quite as low if it's too difficult. And if this is really too much, you can always just take one leg down at a time as an option. Your hands, hug your knees into your chest, let yourself rock gently side to side. Well done. Okay, then bring your feet down, hips width apart, reach with your hands between your knees and then lift up, lifting your chest up towards the ceiling, reaching between your knees with your hands. You're lifting but keeping the head in line with the rest of the body. So just gently lifting and lowering. Keeping that belly button pressed down into the floor. That's it, keep going. Just a few more. And release. Bring your hands on the back of your head and cross your feet, and then bring one elbow over to the opposite knee. So lifting and lowering. Again, keeping the head in line with the body. Working the oblique muscles as we're reaching to the sides. Be feeling this. Just think how strong those abs will be after this. Okay, take a break. Stretch the legs out long. Bring your arms out to the sides now. So the big toes touching. Take your legs over to one side and hold it. Your knees can be a little bit bent if that feels better. That's fine. Bring the feet back up. And take the legs over to the other side and hold. Okay, bring the feet up and legs to the first side. Hold it here. Slowly up. Take them over to the other side. Hold. And back to the center. Bring the knees in again to the chest and let yourself rock side to side. And then bring the legs back up towards the ceiling, reaching long, and open the legs out like a letter V. Now bring your hands between your legs and lift up again with the chest. So crunches, lifting as high as you can. Get a nice inner thigh stretch at the same time as we work our abs. Just keep going. Work at your own speed, lifting and lowering. Back into the chest, hug them in, and let yourself rock side to side. Okay, we're going to go into bicycles, so bring your hands behind your head, bring one knee in towards the elbow as your opposite leg goes out. Okay, so left knee in towards your right elbow, now the leg stretches out. Let's go back and forth. So exhale as you reach up. Inhale down, exhale, Inhale, and with your own breath, just keep going, working those tummies, strengthening those ab muscles. Just a few more. Keep it up. Do you feel the burn? I certainly do. And last one. Well done. Hug the knees in. And again, let yourself rock side to side gently. Take your arms to the side. Let your knees just flop over one way, just to gently stretch out those abs. And bring the knees up and just let them flop gently over to the other side. And breathe. Okay, we're going to come back over onto our front, so you can come anywhere you like if you want to. You can try to rock up, so cross your feet, take your legs back and rock up, and we're going to come straight over onto our plank pose. So we can bring your hands down, step your legs back one at a time. Have the hands underneath the shoulders, abs nice and firm again. And then press the hips back, walk your feet in a little closer towards your hands for downward facing dog. Really press the mat away with your fingers. Let your head relax and the heels press towards the mat. And then bend your left knee, lean forward, bringing the knee towards the elbow, and stretch it back for three-legged dog. And then bend your left knee, this time bring it towards the right elbow. And again, stretch the leg back. Okay, so let's go to the left elbow, press the foot back, and to the right elbow. And again. Reach back into three-legged dog, hold it here, that leg nice and lifted high, and lower into downward facing dog, and we'll do the other side. So bring your weight onto your left leg, bring the right leg up nice and high, and then bend the knee, bring it in towards your right elbow, stretch back, and then bring the knee towards your left elbow. And again, take it back, and we go back and forth a few times. Right elbow and to the left elbow. One more time. And stretch back into that three-legged dog. Lift that leg nice and high, pressing the mat over your fingers. And come back into downward facing dog. Press into it and then lower the knees to the mat. Take yourself back into child's pose and take a couple of breaths here. Well done. And then ease yourself up very slowly. Take yourself into a twist around one direction and around the other way. Hands behind you and lift the chest, letting your head drop back, stretching out those abdominals. And then come onto all fours, round the spine into a cat curl. And then as you inhale, come into a wolf looking up. One more time, into the cat. And release. And we're done. Well done. Try and do this a few times a week. You should see a real difference in your abs. Let me know how you get on in the comments below and any other video you'd like to see. And please do subscribe if you haven't already, and then you'll get updated whenever I come out with my new videos. Hope to see you soon. Bye for now.